Hey guys, what's up? So here we are at I think it's a Lone Lake Cemetery. I'll have the exact name in the title. It's right off of Shady Oak Road by my house. This cemetery I helped used to clean up. My next neighbor who died the same year in 2012. My mother died and my brother died 12-12-12. My mother died back in the first month and he died in between those two. So his wife is buried here. A lot of people are buried. The Cementa family. Cemente, I can't pronounce it, I apologize. They built Opus over here and Lone Lake over here. As you can see over here, I've done videos. It used to be a ski lodge, skiing hill over here. Now I've done some videos before with Sue Ellen. This is soccer, sissy ball, whatever. All this stuff going on here. So I'm gonna walk up here. I'm gonna do some of these videos, some cemeteries that I think are old cemeteries that have, meanings. This one is, I don't know what it's called now, but I'll look and I'll put it in the title when I leave, but it's kind of an old school one, and it's interesting. This was here long. All these people are buried here. A lot of the Bren family are buried here. But a lot of these people were the settlers here in 1963, 1892, as you can tell. 1965, 1975. We're the settlers in this area here. I think cemeteries are very interesting. It tells a lot about the cities that you live in. There's another one over by my house. I'll go look at that one too as well, off of Excelsior Boulevard. A lot of one. There's one in downtown Boston's kind of cool, right in the middle of the city. And I'm gonna go see a couple of the ones, the Lakewood ones. We'll put later on. All this stuff. But a lot of these people you're gonna see here, I recognize the last names of the families because they're the ones that settled here in Hopkins. The Raspberry Festival was a big thing. The airport used to be a potato farm, what sits on now. So the history of Hopkins is very interesting, all the stuff here. So it's a walk through here and look at all the dates of the people. When I see a lot of the explorers that will explore, they go through ghost towns, the cemeteries, they look at all the names, and it's kind of a shout out to the people that were there. So I think that's cool. When there's that one guy I like, a new explorer, Fiesta Adventures. He's from Vegas. He went through a couple small towns and went through the cemetery. So you can see Cosby up there. Remember, in 1950 he died. So all these people are like way back when, 1930, 1907. So you can see a lot of stuff here. Relatively new, but David Robinson. So this is also an old cemetery. I don't know the exact name, but I'll have it on there. You'll see it. 1995. Walk up here. Maybe I ought to jump down here. This could be a poor choice, but up on the hill up here. There's another one over in Excelsior. I'll go to that one up there on top of the hill. It's kind of cool. Overlooks where my family, when I was born, they moved to where I live now. When I was born, they moved into the house. So that's kind of cool. Overlooks everything. But Excelsior, they got Mary O, 1954, Spielman. Remember Spielman too. Leo, yep. Those are my next door neighbor. Right there, that's he died of AIDS. Very good friend of mine, Leo. Spielman's. Yep. He's a good friend of mine. Same age I was. His father was a cool man, Leo. He died in the house. So that's my next door neighbor. Just not recognize that. Unfortunately, I told him when he was a gay man, be careful. When in San Francisco, his lover got AIDS and gave it to him. So, prime example, that's my next door neighbor. I didn't know he was buried here. I do now. So, but all these names I recognize. Unfortunately, you come these cemeteries. You saw the pet cemetery, right? The other video, you saw that. And over here, my next door neighbor, his family, they're Dvoraks, but he's behind me, so that's his family too as well, right here. Dvorak. This is their family plot, 1932. I think that's his dad. All these names are people that were here way before me, and it's just a cool cemetery up on a hill. He would come here and rake it up, my next door neighbor. And I know some of you might think this is cool, but I think some of these big cemeteries that have these huge things they make for them are interesting. I'm going to be cremated just dust to dust, but you know, it's a monument for some people. So, Suba. But you can always, like I said, help out in your community and come over here and do stuff. So right here, Henry, 1887, 1902. So you can tell how long ago these people were here. 1892. You go to cemeteries and cities and you see who was before you. You know, some of you may think this is dumb, but to me, I'm looking at something that is history. So I know the cemeteries are, oh, they're over here. This one's over here. My next door neighbor is buried somewhere over here. But all these names, 1940, 1934, 2006. I didn't know that. That was interesting to see Spielman, my next door neighbor. He died in 91. So I think they're down over here. I think he is over here. He's somewhere over here. I know he is, but I can't. I mean, we were over here one time on our bikes one time, and I went over here and I looked. So there's one over here in 1969. I see a lot of familiar last names. I know he's over here somewhere. I apologize, but his wife died the same year we got married, so. But he would come over here and he would rake it up, and there was one time he came over to help him out. One time trees came down, we picked it up and stuff. So see a lot of interesting stuff. Right over here is the people that built the town here. Built over here. You'll see it over here. So recognize that name. 2002. So these are the people that built. This is named after these people. 1875, Cementana street named after them. Opus, they ran a farm. Wife, all these people. These are the ones that this was built after. This whole right here, what it's all about right here. They ran the farm over there at Opus. It's all about them. Mm-hmm. 1916. Okay. But I know he's over there on the other side. On the way out, I'll look for it. But you go through these old cemeteries of any old small towns, and you'll see people that are before you. Mm-hmm. Let's go look over here. Recognize that name. 1972, 1903. The daughter. The one in Excelsior is pretty cool. So let's go look and see what it's called. Go look, shall we? I know he's over there on the other side on the way back, but let's go look, shall we? What is it? Shady Oak Lake Cemetery. Okay. Established 1875. Shady Oak Lake Cemetery. There it is. So Yep. So, Shady Oak Lake Cemetery. So, that's the name of the place. But, anyways, like I said, you watch any explorers that will go explore towns, they'll go through the cemetery and they'll go, and it kind of explains the people who were buried there, everything else. So, I don't know. I just think it's interesting, to say the least, of these cemeteries of built Hopkins, Glen Lake, all these people that were back in the 1900s, that pre-internet, right? So, what's all about? So, 1961, all this stuff. But yeah, hope you enjoy this little cemetery run through these places I'm going to be going to. I think it's interesting, and every town has them. So, I know he's buried somewhere over here, but oh, here it is, right here. There it is, my next door neighbor. Dvoraks right here. Yep, there they are. So, anyways, guys, yeah, Dvoraks were pretty much the popularities. So, all right, guys, from the outskirts, middle of a cemetery. I'll see you all later. Thank you.